Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 fastest map on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. We're going to go ahead and jump into a little bit of a double feature here today. I have so many replays with my buddy Abyssal Minstrel that I've kind of been saving to do in like big groupings. So I'm going to try to start doing that because I have so many of them left. So we're going to start with replay number 20, 14-minute game. We've got, of course, Abyssal Minstrel. We've got 3 Zerg, 1 Terran, and 2 Protoss. It's an interesting mix. So let's just go ahead and jump into it and see what we have got. All right, no one on the bottom side of this map here. If you look at the mini-map here, no one down there, which is very interesting. But anyways, let's take a look at the teams. Team number 1, in the top left corner, we've got Gael 2608, the Teal Protoss. Then right below him is our featured player of the game, Abyssal Minstrel. He is the blue Terran. And then his teammate across the way in the middle right is Shadow Templar 51, the white Zerg. So we've got a Zerg Terran Protoss team. Let's see how the other team shakes out. Player number 1 on team number 2 in the top middle is MST Gene, the red Protoss. Then right next to him is Bigger Beater, the orange Zerg, in the top right. And then all the way in the bottom left corner, this is a guy who I could see being left alone, is Chalks. Yeah, Chalks. The yellow Zerg. So Zerg Protoss versus Terran Zerg Protoss. So we'll go ahead and speed things up, and as we speed things up, let's just sort of check out who has the highest APM, and we're looking at it right now. It's Gael 2609 at about 200 APM, and then everyone else just barely getting to 60. You see Abyssal Minstrel up to 70 now, a little bit higher. So interesting. Should be a little bit slower of a match to start. Again, a 14-minute match, so might not, won't go forever, but, you know, we'll probably see some interesting action going on. Alright, so we're following around these Zerglings, seeing what they're going to do. He sends them over to White. White really doesn't have anything prepared. Oh my goodness, he got greedy and he's going to pay for it. He's sending the drones to try to help get this sunken colony off the ground, and he's able to do it. So, looks like Orange now sending in a rush right behind that. Oh man, White is in a bad spot. Alright, here comes Blue to sort of help out. White is down to 1 drone. I don't even know where it is. There it is. Alright, so Blue sends just a few Marines to try to help with that rush. Red is getting cannons all over the middle of the field. So this is going to be tough for Teal, particularly, to get out. And I don't know if he's not seeing this or what, but yeah, he's not reacting to it. Anyways, he's moving down to go after Yellow, but he might be a little too late because I think there's enough sunken colonies to protect against that. Alright. In the meantime, Red continues to build in the middle of the base. Orange macroing up like crazy, and Yellow was up, getting ready to macro up. Now he's got a little bit of pressure, but Teal decides to move out and just sit right there. He might try to go around, but there's sunkens down here too. I just think he needs to abandon this unless he really wants to try to assault from the bottom up. But I think this guy has just smelled it out and is reacting, you know, properly, and shouldn't have any trouble dealing with this. In the meantime, we're seeing Blue build a factory over here on the side. We'd love to see that. Alright, some Marines are coming out. He's got a nice little wall off here. He's getting up his factories. Still waiting to see what Teal's going to do. Looks like he's deciding to back out after sending all those units there. Alright, now he actually has Blue to help him. I think he had the right idea of attacking below, but now he's just going to go in. There's a lot of sunken colonies here. Oh, he's going to get on top of the Hydralisk Den. That's not good. So he takes that out. So now Yellow finds himself in some trouble. And Red doesn't really have anything to help him with. So it would be up to Orange to send help. But he doesn't really have anything to help with. So this is really up to Yellow to hold here. He's sort of all the way on the bottom on his own. Blue is smart. He would wait for his tanks to come out and get a tank out. I think he's just a little behind on the tank. Mike running up a storm over here. There's still so many sunken colonies. Yeah, and I think he realizes that this is maybe a failed attack. When you place them in a hard-to-get areas, they just become so difficult. Like, your units aren't smart enough to just go one at a time. They just sort of go after whatever's attacking them. It makes them just walk to their death. So, really good placement of the sunken colonies. All right, in the meantime, Blue gets a tank up over here. We'd love to see him get one up over here to sort of put some pressure on Orange. Red now, after getting those cannons out early on, is getting his gateways up. This is really not looking good for team number 1. Teal over here is getting units, but he's not really... Now he's getting his economy going. He doesn't have enough, I think, production facilities at this moment. But just look at Red. Red now has more. And Orange is exploding here. He's got Hydralisk and is about to get going. Alright, so we're at the 7-minute mark, so let's go ahead and check the resource tab and see what kind of upgrades are coming in. We see Hydralisk's attack and Carapace are coming up. So that's really bad. Alright, we see Goliath missile range coming up from Blue. Not too many other upgrades coming in. There might be some that are already up, but I also think that people are a little bit behind because of the early battles that were going on. Yellow over here is having to sort of rebuild. He didn't have a chance to macro up because he was sort of stopped. Stopped early on by that assault. Alright, in the meantime, Teal's got a pylon over here. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what Teal's plan is. He's got a lot of economy production coming in. He's got a cybernetics score now. I just feel like he's getting really far behind Red in terms of production and army. Blue over here is macroing up. He's got plenty of tanks and some marines. He's got his armory up. He is building a tank over here now, as well as supply depots to block off people from going after it. This is a savvy little play, I have to say. He's taking a little bit too long to get it up, but I think it's a really smart move if he can get a couple of them right over here, especially with the way that the Overlords are being set up. I'd love to see him try to put one like right over here, an Overlord, like right at the edge. Alright, here comes Orange to try to scout out some stuff. He's going to see this setup. He sees that there's all these tanks. He sees that there's not much else defending it, but he does see the Hydralisk dens. He sees that he's got a bunch of... Yeah, this is the perfect time to attack. So really good job by Orange to sense that this is going to get dangerous, but it's not dangerous yet. Alright, they're going to get right on top of that tank so easily. He needed to put it back further. And now this whole little setup is going to get destroyed. White has absolutely nothing to defend against this. It's not like what did you think was going to happen? There's no army here either. I do not... He's getting upgrades, which is great. But I just do not understand. Look at this army that's coming in, and they just have... Teal has nothing to help with, and White has no army. I mean, this is just... I feel bad for Abyssal Minstrel at this point. Some pretty bad gameplay by his kin there. Alright, 1-1 Hydralisk on top of this. Not enough sunken colonies in case something came in. This is just an embarrassment. Stomping here. I can't imagine White stays too much longer on after this. He's trying to get out. Red's just got a million things going on. Here comes the starport from Blue. And Teal's reaction is to continue to build a few cannons. So, and look, he has that little defense that this guy can just waltz in and see what's going on. He's so slow to get these extra gateways going up. This is the guy that had the highest APM to start. Now it's the lowest APM, and you're seeing yellow and orange have the highest APM. Alright, so white just about to die. I don't know if he's going to try to rebuild down here. He is. Can't see. Yep, there he is. Okay, he's rebuilding down there. Giant army. Could probably just reset and go after Teal. I can't imagine that they feel like he has much of anything going on. And they're sending stuff in on blue. He is going to supply blocking himself by doing all this scouting. I'd imagine he's probably just going to rebuild these overlords. Yes, that's what he's doing. Really, really good job using the vision to figure everything out. Yellow setting up with lurkers in the middle and a bunch of speedy Zerglings. Oh, look at that play. He uses the Zerglings to get positioning for the lurkers. Oh, it's so many lurkers. Now, he does have a lot of tanks, and he did have the Comstat station on those. So a lot of those were taken out, but there's no actual detection right here at the front. These lurkers are just going to destroy, and then here comes the militia. Oh, now he has 1-1s on his Dragoons. I mean, this guy was so fast to start the game and so slow to get going. And really didn't have any reason to not be bigger sooner because he wasn't getting attacked at all. He was the last person getting assaulted. So, low IQ moves. I mean, I don't even know what to call that. It's an economy difference, like going for the economy there, but just really an outclassing across the board. I actually thought blue played all right, but he just didn't have any help from his teammates. And here comes this big grouping. We're probably just going to speed this up because I can't imagine this lasting too much longer. Gael just leaves the game. So that guy, after everything, just leaves the game. I mean, come on, Gael. What are you doing, man? That is an embarrassing performance by that guy. I mean, that's really bad. Look at this army that's just sitting here. They don't even need that army because they have another army that they're sending in on this guy. I mean, just absolute throttling in this one. So Abyssal Minstrel finding himself 0-1 to start this replay. Let's hope he can find redemption in replay number 2 because that was an ugly performance. And just look at the difference in everything. I mean, units. That's the biggest difference I think that I saw in that game was the unit difference. 347, 403, 127, or 123. Gael had 123. And this guy started with cannons, just building cannons for the first 5 minutes of the game. And then Shadow Templar only built 127 units. I mean, look at the difference in the amount of units that were just on the field. It's just crazy. Structures, I mean, lost 48 structures. They barely lost any. And then if you look at, Gael took the time to get the resource advantage, and he might have had the most on the team, but he still was dwarfed by orange, dwarfed by yellow. I mean, absolutely insane. Way to go, Gael. Alright, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the next one. It is replay number 30, so that was 20, and we're going to do 30. Alright, so this is only a 9-minute game between Gain Mayo, 158, 158. Alright, so we got 3 Zerg, 2 Protoss, and a Terran. This is actually some of the people that were in the game. Chalks was in the game last game, and then a few new people this time. Oh, Shadow Templar was in the game last game. He was the white Zerg. Alright, so a couple of the same people playing again. So this should be interesting to see what kind of redemption they get. I don't know if this is after they just lost or before they just lost. And look at the setup here. Completely different than we saw in the other game. The middle is completely broken, and the teams are split And I don't think that they're split by team either. So let's go ahead and check out where everyone is. All right, so Flutchfinger is the team number 1. Flutchfinger is the teal Zerg. And then down here in the bottom middle is Shadow Templar, the purple Zerg, and then Abyssal Minstrel is down in the right corner. He is the orange Protoss. So 1 person up here and then 2 down here. So same thing for the other team. Team number 2, we've got Gani Mayo, the blue Zerg, and then we've got 158, the white Protoss, and then all the way down in this corner we've got Chalks, the yellow Terran. So we've got what, a Zerg Protoss Terran team versus Zerg Protoss Zerg. Okay, should be an interesting one. So as we check out Seahawks, let's go ahead and look at the APM. As we see, very, very low to start. I don't think anyone is above 90. We do see Shadow Templar at about 84, 85. So a little bit slower of a start here, but this game is only 9 minutes, so it should heat up pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. We see Blue's looking for one of those creep colony plays that we've seen. He's going for one of them, and here comes the other one up here. He's trying desperately to get it down, but he's not able to do it. Oh, now that it's down, he's able to get it. All right, he got one there. Oh, no, this one didn't die. Oh, he's just leaving. He almost had that one dead. He does have enough to build somewhere else, so if he finds somewhere else to go, he could possibly still survive. Wow, so, I mean, you have to time that really, really well if you're going to do that. Really, really well done by Blue. Taking out Teal almost immediately. And the thing is, while this guy's looking for a new place to go, he might not get the base down in time and get eliminated from the game. And that's exactly what happened. So he was almost at a new base, but didn't throw down the building in time. He even had enough to build 2 hatcheries. So he's out early in the game. So very early on, you've got a 2v3. All right, so we'll see what happens here from here on. Yellow getting ready to sort of check out what's going on. He sends a couple Marines as scouts. You can see it looks like he found out where they are. He's going to just send them all down to purple. Yep. Just doing sort of an exploratory first attack. I think now that I think he's feeling emboldened to pressure now that you saw that first guy fall. Alright, so here they are on top of the spawning pool. This guy has just got nothing for that. This guy was able to just walk down and do this. How are you allowing these people to do this to you? Alright, so in the meantime, we see Orange thinking about trying to do some kind of cannon rush on White, but is unable to do it. Alright, so he takes out the spawning pool. This guy's going to have to rebuild his spawning pool. Does he realize he has to do that? Like, where is he building it? Alright, he's building it down there next to a sunken, so at least protect it a little bit. In the meantime, Yellow just amassing forces right outside of his base. Orange trying to find pressure somewhere on someone. Blue is fairly vulnerable, but this is only 4 zealots. I don't know what he thinks he's going to accomplish with this. In the meantime, Yellow is just pumping all of their forces into this base. He's fighting overlords. Again, this guy can't get up his spawning pool. He puts it again over here. And it uses stim packs, and now he's just going to be able to walk on top of the production. Really nice job by Chalks. This guy in both games, I think in the other game he was a Zerg. I don't think he was Terran, but showing a lot of savvy in the way he's attacking this guy. Brings his units back down. He's taking out the rest of the minions. Man, this Shadow Templar guy's had a rough couple games. Oh my goodness. What just domination. Alright, so purple's pretty much dead. Orange would be best served to go help him, maybe? But I think he's just going to watch him die instead. Alright, nope. He finally does decide to help. Now, these zealots are strong, but I guess these guys had already stim packed. So, alright, so they do hold the initial hold. So we'll see. Yellow's got himself a nice little force. He's just going straight barracks. Like, why not at this point? Only 3 gateways for Orange. Looks like he's getting his cybernetics core going. Blue getting a little force together. Blue and white have to feel very, very secure over here. Although Orange put a little fear into white. Alright, so here comes yellow. Oh, no. Fake out. Purple just very slowly and steadily. I mean, they lost all of their drones, so they're having to rebuild everything. It is smart just to be building these everywhere. But I'd also be trying to get some people on minerals. And again, he's got nothing down here. He's just building all over on this side. It's like you gotta sort of diversify a little bit with what you're doing. Alright, so here comes yellow again. Just easily moving in with stim packs. Oh my gosh, this is just destruction. Takes out the Sunkens. He's going to get on top of the production again. Takes out the Sunken colony. It looks like he's setting up to take out the spawning pool. Got to take out the Sunkens first. But the spawning pool is about to go. Here comes this other Sunken. More Sunkens. Moves them down. Kills the spawning pool. I mean, this is incredible gameplay by yellow. In the meantime, white and blue are just watching this. They're just like observers to this game. Yellow's just finishing it off on his own. Blue's like, I did what I needed to do. Oh, man. It's just too many Marines. I mean, even the Zealots, as strong as they are, they're getting through them, but with medics and stim pack. Look at this guy's got 9 barracks. He's getting a starport, he's got a factory. Looks like they're finally going to clear this out. Maybe. Nope, still a few down there. So we'll kind of speed up the process on this, because this doesn't look like this is going to be too much longer. Here comes yellow attacking orange. Orange is, I would slow down if there was a battle to be had, but there's not even a battle to be had. And again, white is just over here just farting around. Yellow just doing this on his own. Man, oh man. Poor Abyssal Minstrel. That is all she wrote for that one. I mean, just an absolute butt stomping. Really, really well done by that team there. So I think there's 2 lessons that we learned in both of those games. Is one, measuring economy over your production facilities and your army, production facilities versus army, and then also early defense versus just getting your economy going. I mean, sometimes yellow played a really, really smart game, but I think that Zerg there could have done a better job defending himself, but hindsight's 2020. I probably would not have done much better. But anyways, thank you for joining me. I know this is one of the most exciting ones in the world. We got to see some good gameplay against my poor pal. He's 0-2 in that one. Hopefully we'll see a couple of games where we are victorious and our buddy Abyssal Minstrel is victorious. But we'll have to watch that one on the next replay. So have a good rest of your week. We're almost to the weekend, and I'll catch you on the next replay.